Looking at human-computer interfaces can be kind of fun. What I want to do is explore some good user interfaces and bad user interface. It'll be the bad ones that we can really have some fun with. Let's have a look at a case study. One of my favorites to make fun of is the University of Western Ontario's PeopleSoft Finance portal. There's a lot of different functionalities that this user interface can accommodate. One of the simplest tasks that we have as professors is trying to have a look at our monthly research statement. Let me show you what it's like to try to access the monthly statement. The login page is innocuous enough. Simple login, sign in. But here's your first hint, there's problems. This system is part of Oracle PeopleSoft Enterprise Software Application. You know these guys. PeopleSoft started out innocently enough, 1987, small company. And then as it began to grow and started developing a client server-based approach to administration of records and finances, then they were acquired by a competitor, J.D. Edwards, and later by Oracle. And this is about the time when all of this horror descended onto the University of Western Ontario. Oracle itself should be a pretty boring company. It was first called Software Development Labs, based on relational database systems. Edgar Codd was the genius of this approach to storing data. We'll look at this later when we look at what should be embodied within the model of a model view control architecture. But through some transformations, SDL became known as relational software and later as Oracle Systems. You've probably heard the name before. They like to reach their tentacles out into the information space, making this guy here the fourth richest man in the world. But once you log in, you'll see what I mean. There you go. Isn't she a beauty? Isn't she a work of art? Look at all that functionality. Look at those menus. Look at those icons. It's glorious. So where do I start? I just want to acquire my monthly expense reports. I want to see what's in my research account. If I want to submit a travel expense report, it's not too bad. It's right here. But how do I go to acquire my monthly research spending report? Pretty much have to work this way. Well, it's not here. I don't even know what Appsian is. It's not in People Tools, not in Personalizations, System Profile, Reporting Tools. Sounds promising, but I know it's not down that rabbit hole. Procurement, no, I don't want to buy something. We've already talked about travel and expenses. Funny that there's two places you can acquire that. Customers, no. Grants, sounds promising. Not purchasing, billing, accounts receivable. It turns out one way to get this is through this menu here. See, grants would be the wrong way to go. If I clicked in here to find out how many different functions are supported in the grants, there's nothing here about the report of the budget in my grant. Come over here, and it's only because I've been told that this is the button you need to click. Grant detail by researcher is the way to proceed. Certainly isn't obvious to me. Check this out. You can set up batch jobs that will allow you to send a request to receive your monthly report. It's only by virtue of the fact that I've done this before that I have some stored away. Now that I've searched through my own name, and I can't acquire the information on anybody else's grants, so why it doesn't just set that up as a default. If I click here, I see that I've previously requested grant information. Let's say I want it for this month. What do I type in here? Yes, it turns out that this is the 12th month of the 2020 financial year. Bizarre, but that's because of the fiscal year end at Western ends with May. If I click run, the system is telling me you will run the following job, but until I click OK, it's not going to do it. Tells me now that it has queued my request, and it won't leave this page at all. It will stay here forever. Finally, my report comes up, and that's how easy that is. Ridiculous. I'm going to give you a little exercise. I'd invite each of you to go to this website that you see on your screen, EaglesonExamplesPeoplesoftUserinyerface.com. If you land there correctly, you should see the following user interface. It's like a game, so I invite you to play it, and then I'll issue another Zoom meeting invitation, and we'll meet back together and discuss. Have fun.